Have you ever had the feeling that something great is about to happen? As if the universe is conspiring to show you a path, but you still can't decipher the signs? December 24th is not just another date on the calendar, it is a powerful milestone that carries a divine message capable of transforming lives. And no, this is not just another coincidence or a myth. We are talking about a moment when universal energy aligns in a unique way, opening spiritual portals that can change everything for those who are prepared. If you've ever found yourself wondering why certain cycles never seem to end, maybe this is the answer you've been looking for. December 24th not only marks the end of a cycle, but the beginning of a new chapter, a true call to spiritual awakening. And here's a truth that may seem counterintuitive: ignoring this opportunity is what keeps many people stuck in stagnation, while those who answer the call are able to access a level of consciousness that few reach. But why does this matter so much? Because this is the moment when God makes the signs clearest. Maybe you are feeling this right now, as an annoyance, a desire to change, or even that coincidence that made you stop and think. This is not random, it's the universe preparing you for something bigger. Do you want to know what to do to avoid losing this alignment and how to use this date to unlock the portals of opportunity that are in front of you? Stay with me, because this video will reveal to you what many still don't understand. Few dates on the calendar have as unique an energy as December 24th. This day is not just an eve of celebrations, but a true milestone of spiritual transformation. Think of an invisible portal, open for a brief moment, inviting those who are attentive to pass through. It is the moment when universal energy seems to whisper, "Get ready, something new is about to begin." It's not about superstition, but about realizing that each end of a cycle carries within it the power of a new beginning. For many, this date is a clear sign from God, a reminder to look within and find what needs to be renewed. Imagine revisiting the decisions of the past year. What needs to be left behind? What dreams do you still hold close to your chest, but that you never dared to take down? December 24th symbolizes exactly that, an opportunity to let go of the weight of the past and walk lighter towards the future. Just like someone who cleans their house before receiving guests, this is a chance to cleanse your soul and make space for what's to come. How about starting with something simple? A sincere prayer, a moment of introspection, or even writing down 3 things you want to transform in your life. If we look deeper, we will see that the end of a cycle does not mean loss, but renewal. Think about nature, leaves fall to make way for new flowers. The same happens with you. Maybe you felt like this year was heavy, full of challenges that seemed to have no end. But here's the good news: spiritual awakening begins when you recognize that even challenges carry valuable lessons. The question is, are you willing to listen to them? And in the meantime, have you ever noticed that these moments of transition seem to be connected to something bigger? Perhaps you have noticed coincidences, unexpected encounters, or even dreams that seem to carry important messages. Don't ignore these signs. They may be the key to the divine alignment you seek. It's as if the universe is saying, "I'm preparing you for something greater." But are you listening? Have you ever felt an inexplicable change in the air, as if everything around you was silently transforming? These are the famous changes in spiritual energies, an almost imperceptible movement that, when noticed, can change the course of your life. The universe is always in constant alignment, adjusting the pieces of the puzzle so that you can grow spiritually. Little signs appear, an unexpected feeling of peace amid chaos, a reunion with someone special, or even that phrase that seems tailor-made for you in a book. None of this is a coincidence. These are the whispers of universal energy, guiding you to a path of greater connection. Internal changes are also a reflection of this alignment. Maybe you've noticed that some things that used to fill you up no longer make sense. This is not weakness, it is a spiritual awakening. It's the moment when you realize that maintaining old habits or outdated relationships is like insisting on wearing clothes that no longer fit you. For those looking for practical examples, a good start is to observe small daily choices. Where do you place your attention? Who do you choose to share your energy with? Changing the answers to these questions is a big step towards aligning with the energies of the universe. And don't think that these changes only happen in the emotional field. There is greater synchrony at play. For example, many people feel a drive to take better care of themselves during these times, whether physically, mentally, or spiritually. Maybe it's the desire to practice a new activity, like yoga or meditation, or even an interest in simple practices, like starting the day with positive affirmations. Each of these actions is like a small adjustment, preparing you for the great spiritual transformation that is on the way. The truth is, the more attentive you are to these signs, the more prepared you will be for the next step. But the question that always remains in the air is, can you identify these portals of opportunity before they close? In life, there are rare moments when we feel like everything is aligned to propel us towards something greater. These are the portals of opportunity, spiritual doors that open for a limited time, allowing you to advance on your journey in a unique way. Imagine it as an elevator that only appears from time to time and takes you directly to the top, but you need to be prepared to enter. These chances are not delivered by chance, they are signs from God, a reminder that the universe conspires in favor of those who pay attention. These portals can manifest themselves in different ways. An unexpected invitation to something you've always dreamed of, a new job, or even the chance to reconnect with someone who inspires you. But the crucial detail is that these opportunities require action. There is no point in perceiving the moment and hesitating, it takes courage to cross them. For example, if you've always felt like you should start something new, like learning a skill, changing careers, or even starting a spiritual practice, maybe this is the gateway that's in front of you right now. The decision is yours, join or wait for the next chance. But be careful, these moments are fleeting. Often, we are so distracted by the demands of everyday life that we miss what we need most. It's like leaving an important letter unopened, believing that it will be there when it's convenient. The truth is that there won't always be another such clear opportunity. Therefore, being spiritually connected and prepared makes all the difference. Some ways to practice this preparation include keeping a reflection journal, making a list of goals, or even dedicating 5 minutes of your day to silent prayer or meditation. And it's curious how these portals, when crossed, take us to a new dimension of clarity and purpose. The alignment we feel is not just internal, it echoes in everything around us. But how can we prepare ourselves spiritually to make the most of these unique moments? Well, that leads us directly to the next step. Preparing yourself spiritually is not just an act, but an ongoing journey that requires dedication and courage. The first step is to cultivate a genuine faith, one that goes beyond repeated words or mechanical rituals. It's about trusting that there is a greater purpose guiding your life, even when circumstances seem contrary. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't see immediate growth, but you know the harvest will come at the right time. A simple practice could be to start or end the day with a moment of gratitude, listing 3 things that connect you to universal energy and your purpose. Another essential part of this preparation is introspection. Taking time to look within is like opening a map to understand where you are and where you want to go. Ask yourself, what do I still carry that I should have left behind? It could be an exhausting relationship, a limiting belief, or even a habit that no longer serves you. To make it easier, try writing these answers. Putting it on paper often reveals hidden patterns. Remember, true spiritual transformation begins when you decide to let go of that which is not in alignment with your highest self. And, of course, spiritual preparation would not be complete without practical actions that reflect this new state of being. Think about reorganizing the environment where you spend most of your time. A clean, harmonious space can help attract the energies you need. Another idea is to create small personal ceremonies, like lighting a candle while saying a prayer or drinking a cup of tea while reflecting on the choices you want to make. These are simple but powerful gestures that strengthen your connection with divine alignment. The most fascinating thing is realizing that each step you take on this journey brings you closer to something bigger. And as you leave behind what no longer makes sense, you realize that the world around you also begins to change. But there is something even deeper happening, an awakening that is not just yours, but universal. We live in a unique moment, where planetary energies are changing intensely and quickly. This phenomenon, although invisible, is felt by many as a call to something greater. It is as if the entire humanity is being invited to climb a step in their consciousness. Some describe it as a slight restlessness, others as an uncontrollable desire to seek answers beyond the obvious. Be that as it may, it is undeniable that we are in a process of universal awakening, where the old is being dismantled to make room for the new. And whoever manages to realize this has a rare opportunity on their hands. Imagine what it would be like to live in a higher dimension of consciousness. This is not something mystical or unattainable, but a real change in how you see and interact with the world. It is the ability to look at problems with a new perspective, to feel an inner peace that does not depend on external circumstances. And how can you get started? Practices such as meditation, reading inspiring texts, such as The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or even a walk in nature can help align your energy with this new frequency that is emerging. This transition, however, does not happen automatically. You need to pay attention to the signs that the universe sends. Sometimes these signs come in the form of challenges, asking you to let go of old patterns. Other times, they are small flashes of clarity, like intuitions that come out of nowhere. Recognizing and respecting these signs is essential to aligning yourself with the flow of this universal energy. After all, spiritual growth is never forced, it is a choice made daily. And here is the most interesting point: this awakening is not individual. It connects you to something greater, an invisible network that unites all who are ready for this transformation. But with great opportunities come great responsibilities. Your choices at this moment can determine not only your future, but also the impact you will have on the world around you. Life is made of choices, and each of them carries consequences that shape our path. When we ignore God's signs, whether clear or subtle, it is as if we are closing doors that could lead us to a future of growth and fulfillment. Imagine someone who constantly receives warnings that they need to slow down, but insists on continuing at the same pace. At some point, life will require a break, but perhaps more abruptly than necessary. This goes for everything: relationships, work, or even your spiritual journey. On the other hand, embracing these signs and responding to them with courage is what differentiates those who move forward from those who remain stagnant. Think about an opportunity you once had but were hesitant to take advantage of out of fear or insecurity. Now imagine where you could have been if you had said yes. These are the choices that bring us closer to divine alignment, to living a life in tune with the greater plans that the universe has for us. Even small steps can be transformative, like starting to listen to your intuition more or making adjustments to your daily priorities. Of course, this doesn't mean the path will always be easy. Often, the choices that lead to growth require sacrifices: leaving a job that doesn't fulfill you, saying goodbye to people who drain your energy, or even reevaluating beliefs that no longer make sense. But each of these decisions creates space for something greater, something that is in alignment with your spiritual transformation. An example. Think about people who have decided to radically change their lives, starting a new career, moving to another city, or even rediscovering their faith. These choices may seem risky, but they almost always bring rewards that go beyond the material. In the end, the true test is the courage to trust what you feel, even when the path seems uncertain. After all, these signs and choices are not just about the present. They shape the future and open doors to something we can't always see right away. And when you start down this path, you realize that the journey is just beginning. Because it is exactly at this point that true spiritual awakening happens. Now that you've discovered the hidden power behind December 24th and the transformative impact this date can have on your life, the question remains, are you willing to act? Ignoring God's signs and portals of opportunity can be tempting, but is it worth it to remain trapped in cycles that lead nowhere? Or is it time to take a step of faith, align yourself with universal energy and finally awaken to something greater? Think about it. What choices can you make now that will reflect the life you so want to live? Maybe it's time to abandon what no longer makes sense, seek spiritual practices that connect you with your purpose, or even pay more attention to the subtle messages that the universe is sending. What will your decision be today? Stay where you are or step through the portal to growth and fulfillment? I invite you to apply everything you learned here and share in the comments what your next step will be. What do you intend to transform in your life? Let's together build a community of people who are aligned, awakened, and ready to live their full potential. And, of course, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications and stay up to date with more content that will help you live the life you deserve.